3, what or who inspired you to join the community or start this garden? For me, it was a tiny inkling of wanting a kitchen garden in the very beginning. And so we started with these 2 boxes and nothing else. And then slowly we saw the whole garden. We saw how much room things needed to grow. And then we added on more and more and more and more to the point where we have an orchard and we have grapevines and we have perennial crops growing in the front yard, artichokes and blueberries. And it was really a spiritual experience for me. And I remember one day, one of the best stories that speaks to this for me personally is I was out here, one of my friends was talking about singing the doxology when she would go for a run. And I started singing the doxology when I was watering. And, it says, praise God, and there's words like creatures and on heaven and earth. And here I was, like, watering the plants and seeing the creatures and seeing heaven and earth. And it's so real. It's so right here. The resurrection and the death are happening continuously in this place. So really, the spiritual experience of doing this is the number one inspiration for me. The second really practical one was Barbara Kingsolver's Animal Vegetable Miracle. And hearing her story, she was one of the first ones to do I'm going to live within a 100-mile radius before it got really sexy. And her story convinced me that we would get chickens. So we don't have chickens right now because we went through a culling process, but this is our chicken coop. And so we're getting chickens next week, so sadly you missed that. But that will be our 3rd flock that we will have here. And so so it was weird. We were known as the chicken people in our church before we even started going there, because we have 3 other families that participate with us in the chickens. And so we take care of them every day, and then each family deep cleans it once a month. And then everybody shares in the eggs and the costs. So it's really my fellow community members and the way this land has been inspirational. It's less and less. I mean, there's definitely outside forces. There's, Yvonne Guevara and these beautiful writers about community and working with your land, and Wendell Berry. But now that I have a place to work my hands into the soil, that's such an inspiration.